Good morning, traders. Welcome to today's market review. This is Fred Razak at CMTrading. Today's October 26, 2018, and today is Friday morning. So looking at the economic news of the day, major events of the day, quarterly GDP numbers coming out only in the afternoon at 2:30 South African time out of the United States. And we also have ECB President Draghi will be speaking, and that's going to be at 4 o'clock South African time as well. So a couple of things before we do some work on the charts. First of all, Aussie dollar makes new lows for the year. Okay, really major event. We're really loitering below the 70-ish level. If we do get close to that, we could definitely see 0.69-ish already. Now, the dollar getting, US dollar that is, getting much stronger across the board. Euro is below 114. GBP is also lower. Swiss franc is above 1 franc per dollar. And we haven't seen that for quite some time. So that's a really major event. Indices bounced yesterday, including the Dow Jones, including the JSE. The Dow Jones, however, sold off in after hours. So, it's really, testing its lows of 24,600-ish level. We'll take a look at that as well. Facebook and Amazon and Apple were lower. They bounced yesterday, but, in after hours trading, they did sell off a little bit. So gold's steady and oil is flat. So, as this rotation is happening in the markets, the dollar getting stronger, the Dow Jones getting weaker, gold is steady. Okay, so there's, we've now settled, I think, and going into a new phase of, the market right now. Okay, now we're not more expanding in the Dow Jones as we did, until last month. And we're now taking a reassessment of what's been going on. So let's take a look at the markets and see what we can anticipate for today. So we're taking a look, at a 1 hour chart of the Aussie USD, and you can see that it's free falling here. Okay, all-time lows for the year. If we look at a daily chart, you can see that a little bit clearer, and you see that we're breaking out even lower. Now, we anticipated that it would trade in a range, but it looks like it's breaking lower. So do anticipate that if it does break this 70-ish level, we're only about 34 pips, that will be for sure new lows for the year. Okay, now we haven't seen those areas, since 2015, where we were trading in the 69-ish level, 68-ish level. So that could still happen today. Just be aware of that, as we go into today's trading session. Euro USD lower as well. We're trading at 113.67. Now we had this previous low earlier, about a few months ago. Now we're challenging that previous low, okay, with a bigger candle as opposed to just a wick. Now, if we do break this 13-ish level, we could definitely see it go into the middle 1250, lower 112-ish area. So that's something to really pay a note to. Now, GBP USD, 128.14. We're looking at a weekly chart just to give you a sense of how much we've retraced from the beginning of the year. 143 is where we were trading back in March. Okay, and now we're trading right here at 128-ish level. So, a big retracement for the GBP USD. That's obviously, to follow up when Donald Trump met with Theresa May a few months ago. And, you could see just it unfold in front of you, as things have been progressing in the market. So that's something to consider. If we do break below this 127-ish level, we could definitely see it back in the 123 to 124-ish level. So that's something to consider. USD Swiss franc, like I mentioned, is above 1. We haven't been in this area since June. Okay, middle of June, we traded within these two areas. Next real resistance level is about 40 pips away, 1.0040. But if we do break above that, okay, we have some we could definitely get to the 120-ish level. So that's something to consider as this continues to trade as well. Now, gold has been steady at 1232, hasn't really broken above, hasn't really done much. Okay, we're trading sort of sideways right now after, capitulating at 1240 and then selling off. So that's something, also to consider, that it's not breaking above. Okay, so, the Dow Jones sold off in after hours yesterday. So we may see a rotation in gold as well. If there's some pressure, it may move above 1240. Okay, but again, you have to really, pay attention to both the indices and the commodities to see which one is going out first. Now, oil is trading flat at 66.56. Really just lower. Okay, we were trading 69 earlier in the week, but retracing itself back to 66, which is a good sign, which means, they're keeping inflation in check if the prices of oil is going to be depressed. Now looking at the Dow Jones, this is exactly what I was talking about yesterday. We had a rally yesterday to 25,000, and then we just sold off like massively, and we're trading right now at 24,630. Now this is the lows, okay? Now this is the lows of this, recent sell-off, okay? I'm not talking about to the one that was back in February, but for what it is right now, this is the lows right now. So considering that we're hitting this 24,627-ish level, if we don't get a bounce, we could even see it further down to 24,242. Okay, that would mean that we're correcting about 3,000 points from our initial rally to 27,000. Okay, now that's very significant and a big retracement there. So looking at the DAX, just as well, 11,296. Okay, now here we kind of rallied recently, but didn't, sell off. So the question is that are we going to sell off this morning? You're going to have to take a look and watch it per index to see what's been going on. Now, you can't not go over the JSC as well. JSC got stronger yesterday, 45,900-ish level. Okay, still within the realm. Okay, not out of the box yet, but as you can see on a daily chart, that was really a nice retracement, a nice sell-off down to 43,000, 44,000-ish level. So, indices are solidifying a little bit. The sell-off is kind of, I wouldn't short these things at this levels, okay? Especially if I'm going into a new trade, just because, the probability is not in your favor, okay? Most of the move has already been made. Now, looking at Apple, it's strong, trading at 219. So this actually may carry the market higher. Okay, believe it or not, it takes only one or two stocks to do that. However, the banks are still soft. Okay, so just be aware of that. Now, Facebook also trading at 150, didn't break lower and holding its own here and not breaking lower. Okay, that's very, very significant. Amazon, same story. Nice bounce yesterday, very sharp bounce, 1791, still shy of our 2000-ish area. So this may carry the market. If you're looking to possibly pick a bottom, this may actually, make a double bottom right here. All right, with the Dow Jones making a double bottom at this level, looking at a 4-hour chart, making that double bottom. Yesterday's sell-off and then that rally, then making this double bottom, giving opportunity for people to jump in and bounce. Okay, I don't like to buy the bottom, and especially if you're trading these levels, you have to really take into consideration to trade smaller. This is Fred Razak. I want to wish you guys a great trading day and a beautiful weekend. Thank you.